privileged to do it. You think you need a license to do it. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Mr. Margera! Blue mic.
Check. Yo, what up, everybody?
That's a voice that you require. First of all, I love the glasses. They're outstanding. Where can I get a pair of those bad boys?
These glasses?
Yeah.
Mine's in for me.
Fantastic. Now you've come all the way to the Isle of Wight for these people. And what's it like to still come to convention and get that kind of reception?
It's been a blast. I went out last night with a bunch of people and wound up in some trouble. Yeah, out till 4, but I'm good to go.
Fantastic. We are excited to have you here. We're elated. When the announcement came up, all of us went, nah, that's a different Isle of Wight. We're just overjoyed. Wow, that's insured, hopefully. All right. Now, we have to talk about a couple of things. We're going to talk about Jackass and all that stuff moving forward, but you are responsible in this country for, and I think some places across the world, for shopping trolleys requiring a deposit now. Just to get the shopping trolley out, you put a coin in, just in case. And that came out just after you started destroying all of them. Just all of them.
Yeah, we did a thing. That was the first Jackass thing we ever did. I put my buddy in a shopping cart with a sword in his hand and pushed him full speed into a curb, and it kind of caught on. A bunch of kids started doing that to him.
You are personally liable and responsible for, I believe, about 7 different broken bones in my body. Because while the show said, hey, don't try this at home, you knew.
Well, I can go on. Okay, here we go. 16 staples in my head, broken tailbone, 8 broken ribs, broken clavicle, 8 broken wrists, 3 broken wrists, 3 broken feet, and that's about it.
About it? Okay. So when you go and work on a project, your insurance must be pretty high.
Yeah.
What is it like to get insured as Bam Margera anywhere?
Well, for instance, my house, like the whole driveway's a skate park, and then I have a skate barn, and then another skate ramp over there. The insurance were like, we can't insure you. Like, your house is like the Neverland Ranch without the kid.
Delete the footage, boys. Delete the footage of that one. Now, Jackass it's pre-YouTube, it's pre-internet, it's pre-everything. So how did you get distributed and stuff? You had the CKY, you had the tapes and stuff going. How did you distribute it to that level where MTV were like, let's have a look at that? No, I was oh, you can wave at her, that's fine. But MTV must have just picked up on your tapes and gone, what is this?
Well, when I made my first video, I was 16 years old, and it was called CKY, and I put it in like mom and pop skate shops all over the USA, and through word of mouth it sold over 1 million copies, so that's how MTV recognized me.
Wow, that's fantastic. Now, how hard was it to talk to MTV? So you get into that room with MTV, and they're like, hey, we're going to make a show with you doing stunts. What ideas have you got? And you give them the first list.
The craziest thing was, which they could never afford this anymore, but I had $300,000 I got to spend on 56 episodes of just blowing shit up or whatever, and I would ask them the craziest things thinking they would definitely say no, like, so what do you want to do? How about we have an elephant come over my house and I'll have a big moat with a drawbridge, and then we'll try to get it in there, and then we'll drive my Hummer off a 600-foot cliff. Okay. Like they said okay.
They said okay to that?
Yeah.
Right. All I ever wanted for as a child was an action man, and my mum said no. And you got to blow shit up, and that's just outstanding. Now, when your parents sort of realised how much you were doing, and so when the first started taking off with Jackass, how did they react to all of the sudden the sudden stuff. But they'd already been in the clips beforehand with the slapping the dad on the toilet and stuff. But as it grew, were they like, bring us in? Or were they like, stop bringing your friends around?
No, they liked it. Like, you know, I messed with Phil a lot, but, you know, when he would see it on the big screen, he would laugh his ass off. And, you know, he didn't have to be a baker anymore. And my mom didn't. She was a hairdresser, and she doesn't have to do that anymore. So, yeah, they're happy.
Fantastic. Well done from Hawaii. Now, the career has been so long and so consistent, and it's almost like you're filming your entire life. So we'll go Viva La Bam for the example. That was filming a different episode almost every day for, I believe, a few years.
For about 4 to 5 years.
Yeah. So how do you prepare for that? How do you keep that 4 to 5 years consistently? You're still energized, you're still excited about what you're doing.
Well, luckily we had like 40 people on the crew, and we would all have like meetings and come up with ideas. So the ideas never ran out because, you know, we all just brainstormed, worked out.
Now, if we go to the first Jackass movie, that's taking it, you know, that's bigger than MTV, that's bigger than everything. You have to go into a room and you have to decide what stunts you're going to do. What got left out?
A lot of things, but one particular thing. Remember when Mike Tyson bit off Vander Holyfield's ear?
Yes.
Well, I asked Vander Holyfield to bite off my ear in the boxing ring, and it was going to be called the Vander Holyfield Redemption, but for some reason MTV said no. But they were like, you're willing to have your ear bit off for this movie? I'm like, fuck yeah, you know the street threats I'll have if I have a missing ear because of Vander Holyfield? I'll do it.
So did you put the call out to Evander to see if he was interested first?
Yeah.
Yes. You're like, well, Evander Holyfield's going to do it. MTV says yes, and then he goes, nobody asked me about this. So Mike Tyson punching in the face, like, getting Mike Tyson involved in anything would be brilliant. If you could do any stunt with Mike Tyson today,
Yeah.
not that we've got him here, it's not like you go, why is he here today? What is a stunt you'd always wanted to done with someone like Mike Tyson, if you could?
Well, you know how Knoxville dresses as the old man?
Yeah.
Well, put him in a ring, and in the left corner, Irvin Zisman, 80 years old, and in the right corner, Mike Tyson, and it goes ding, 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 and then Mike Tyson just knocks him out. And then he's dead, the ambulance comes, and we just film everybody's reaction.
I can see it happening. So when it came to like the division of labor in Jackass, you get that list of stunts. Do you look at it and go, that's a Bam stunt, that's a Johnny stunt, and that's an Eric McGeehee stunt?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Well, when Ryan Dunn shoved the little toy car up his ass and went to the hospital and claimed that, you know, he was at a frat party that night.
Yeah.
And, like, that's pretty gay to do, shove the car up your ass, but he got the ending of the movie,
He
so
did.
like, you know, that's something that I wish I could have done because it was the closing of the movie. So.
And what a way to end the movie, you know, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn, toy car up the arse. So when you look at these stunts and you see them then, you write them down, you think, hey, I've got an idea, let's do this, let's get the bull in the pen.
Yeah.
And then you get to seeing the bull in the pen. Is there ever that moment going, actually, let's make Wee Man do it. Let's say you can do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, the worst decision I made was to tell the director of Jackass that I'm terrified of snakes. Because all that means is let's put snakes on band. So that's when I fell into that pit of snakes.
Yeah.
I was terrified. Like, if I would have known that was going to happen, I would have been on the first plane out of it.
But yet you were able to tap into other people's fears and fully invest themselves in their own fears as well. So it's a swings and roundabouts moment. But the thing I'm most concerned about is I've stayed in hotels where I've had to pay extra when I've so much as taken like an extra bottle of water out the fridge. You put tasers on spinning things from the ceiling and spinning around and rotating.
Yeah.
What is that conversation like with a hotel?
Well, on top of that, I didn't know that oil paint at the time doesn't dry for 3 days or something.
Yeah.
So I was painting in there, and I made an oil mess trail, and charged me for $8,000 for that one.
Jesus. So they were more angry about that than the tasers?
Yeah, I mean, MTV handled it, but...
Speak to my dad. Outstanding. Well, everyone has come here, and I believe they have some kind of question, so we are going to take them. So if you've got a question, just give me a... Show your hand, show your hand, show your hand. You, sir, in the hat should have absolutely no idea who this is. You are two. But we'll come and get you a question. Hands up if you got one, hands up if you got one. I'm going to work from the back because of the cardio workout this is going to include. Right. Switch. Keep your hand up, wait. Here you are, here you are. What am I going to do?
Hi, Dan. First of all, thanks for yesterday nominations. I really like top of me. Growing up, your aesthetic was everything to me. I just wanted to be Dan, I wanted to be walls and stuff.
Sorry, can you speak up?
Sorry, your aesthetic was everything. It was so cool. Does that come from you, or do you have a designer that does all your sort of styling and your decorating things, or is that more considered?
That's way better than a speaker now. Can you start over? I'm sorry.
All your design, like your clothing and your house and everything else, is that all your ideas, or do you have like a designer that comes in and does that for you?
Actually, it's the help of a guy named Adam Wally Cabbage and Kat Bondi, who does all my tattoos.
Okay. You're going to have to lean into me, so you need to talk really close to my face.
Hi there. I think it was an interview for like TMZ or something. You said the craziest family experience you ever had was some woman breaking into your house and she hid in a tree house or something.
Yeah, the naked Florida stalker.
Yeah, is that still the most crazy experience, or?
Yeah, because I woke up, she broke into my house, and I wake up to some naked chick kissing me on at 11 at night. I thought it was my wife, but I see that she's sleeping that way, so I go, "Who are you?" I turn on the lights, and next thing you know, she's on the ground saying, "The owl sent me from Jupiter, and we're meant to be together." So I'm like, 911. Then 5 police cars show up, and for some reason, in her nutty head, she does a naked cartwheel and then runs into my wife. I'm like, did the cartwheel think that gained her speed or something? Like, keep going. So after 7 hours of looking, the police finally found her in my tree fort under a whole bunch of blankets. And once I went in there, because I hardly ever go up there were so many whittle carvings of her notes that I was like, she's been living in here for at least 3 months. So yeah, she's banned from the state of Pennsylvania.
That could be a whole other talk, but we'll follow up on that one. One of the things I grew up, and the other reason I got a skateboard and stuff. Now, I was terrible at it. It became very apparent to me very quickly that I couldn't skateboard. I didn't live in a place that was that would allow skateboarding. But for you, you defined a skating generation. But what made you pick up a board for the first time?
Just seeing kids in the neighborhood skate, I thought it looked really cool. And then when I got my own skateboard, everybody kept telling me that I was like the best in the neighborhood. And then I started skating contests and getting first place and stuff. So I just stuck with it. And I really liked Tony Hawk, you know, like.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, so. Which is rad because I had a note when I was in 5th grade that said, when I grow up, I'm going to be best friends with Tony Hawk and have a red Ferrari. And Tony Hawk bought me a red Ferrari. So my mom found that note and she was like, "Do you see this? Like, you already knew that in 5th grade?"
She's like, "What are the lottery numbers this time?"
Yeah.
So write down the lottery numbers. So the success was very instantaneous. It happened so quickly with Jackass and stuff, but your skating career was a long work in progress.
Yeah.
What is it like being a skateboarder who at the same time is running a skate company? At what point did you stop being just a skater and think, I want to have my own?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's really hard to skateboard when you're like, you know, past maybe 35. You know, you cannot do the same tricks that you used to. So I'm 39, I skate for fun, but I mean, there's kids now that will, you know, do way better shit than me. So.
Have you been in the white trash area?
Yeah, I skated the ramp. Yeah.
And there's just kids. Like, to this day, I now see children younger than me doing skate, like being better than I was when I was not good at skating. And like, how did you do it? And I just want to like just put a stick out and just like, no, don't be better than me at skateboarding. But it's a case of just working and working and working and working. But when your hobby is your job, it must have caused some kind of just like, it must be a day to work up and go, I just don't want to skate today, but I've got to be in this competition. Whereas there are people who will be like, I just want to be at that competition. What is it like waking up and realizing that Jackass was starting to become more of a thing than the skateboarding?
Probably when, well, when I signed up for a Jackass movie, they give me $1 million right away, so that's...
I'll do it. Hands up, who's got a question? We'll go back to the audience. So did we find green? It's behind me. Over here? By my rubbish. I can't see it. Under my laptop. It's not under my laptop. That's right, hand up again who's got one. I'm not doing as much cardio this time.
You're right, man. Right, one of the best moments in Jackass, as far as I'm concerned, is the brand. Yeah. And I was just wondering how long it took you to be able to sit down after doing that.
Well, the worst part was I rocked the same jeans for 10 days straight after I got the branding, so I got a staph infection, and that hurt way worse than the actual brand. But after 5 years, the dick foam on my ass finally faded.
And whose idea was that?
Well,
not the jeans, the brand.
Well, once again, I agreed to get a branding. They said it was going to be a Jackass skull and crossbones, and then when it was time to film it, it was a little mini dick. I was like, I did not sign up for this. And I kept jumping, so I now have a hologram dick on my hand.
April's reaction.
Oh, yeah. She was bummed about that one.
There's a pun in there somewhere.
Hi there. One of my favourite things that you've ever made is Haggard. I'm just wondering what you're most proud of and what you got coming next.
Well, I have this movie that we filmed. It was pretty much the gnarliest tour ever, and there's so much footage that it's 13 terabytes worth of footage, which is like Avatar type shit. So, it's taking a really long time to edit.
There we go. I found the microphone again. I'm going to go all the way to the back on this side. So I'll come back to you. All right, make a hole, people. I'm coming in. No, that was terrible. I'm sorry. Cardio. I'm not getting my Jones. Make it good.
You're right, man. I'm just wondering, how do you feel about the way that scooter riding seems to have dominated the world of skating and racing these days? You can't go to a skate park on the island without finding someone riding a scooter.
Are you talking about like kids with scooters at the park? Yeah, I mean, it is hard to dodge them, but I mean, whatever you want to do, I don't mind rollerbladers, BMXers, or any of that. Yeah, as long as you're doing it.
Was that a question where you were thinking, come over? I'll just pass it over to him. I'm not climbing over you guys, I'm not sure for that.
What would you say would be the one prank you've done that's really made April get close to disowning you?
Good shout.
Probably when I woke her up with a shitload of fireworks that went all over her bedroom, and there was like, little just burnt marks all over the place. She was super pissed about that one. Or the alligator in the kitchen.
Yeah, I was going to ask about the alligator. Did you have to sign any kind of extra paperwork to say, like, by the way, we're going to put this in someone's kitchen? Where'd you get an alligator? Really?
We got the alligator from the Poconos of the Pennsylvania mountains, and yeah, that was 13 grand to bring the alligator there, and there was like a supervisor to make sure that it didn't like bite anybody, you know, like he was hiding in the corner, and he would run out if anything went wrong.
Now, as Jackass 1, 2, and 3 came on, the stunts got bigger, they got more extreme and stuff. Were there ever any times where, say, any of them, say, Johnny Knoxville had some almost modelling deals at some point? Was there ever a point he was like, I'm not doing that because I've got a movie to make?
No.
He was just good for anything.
Knoxville's pretty gnarly, like, when it comes to like bulls, you know, like I don't want to get trampled by a bull because, you know, you can't control a hoof landing on your head. Like I like to do stunts I'm in control of, like dropping in on a skate ramp into a brick wall. Like you can figure out how to fall and make it look funny, but a bull being blindfolded, letting it charge you, that's gnarly. Like, and he's so uncoordinated, so it makes it even funnier when like he has to drop in on a vert ramp. He'll do everything the wrong way and like eat shit way harder than anybody else. So
was there almost a point where he was like, I'm gonna be the big one, I'm gonna do the most extreme stunts? Was there that league of like,
yeah,
I'm gonna be the best, and you were like, I'll show you. I'll show you something. Was there that in the competitiveness?
Well, it was never really a competition, you know. It was more like, you know, if you're willing to go this hard, he cheers on you.
Fair enough. I'm going to go to this gentleman here.
Hey man, how's it going? Could you define what an earth rocker is?
Earth rocker, Andy McCoy from Hanoi Rocks. This guy. Just because he doesn't give two shits and he goes wherever he wants, does whatever he wants. He'll smoke hash in a 5-star hotel lobby, and for some reason they don't call the police and pick him out because he's grandfathered in. Like he just gets away with it because he's like Pirates of the Caribbean, Jack Sparrow in real life. That's him.
And you're making a documentary on him?
Yeah.
When's that coming out?
That's the one with the 13 terabytes.
Oh, right. Okay. That's not your I need a time to be useless.
It's the same mixed. It's mixed, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. I look forward to that. When is that coming out though? Is that like next year or in a few years?
It'll probably take a year.
Yeah. Are you editing it?
Yeah, with the help of 3 other people.
Okay, if you need a fourth guy in the editor as well. So,
well, let me get your info because the more help from there.
Next time we'll be selling things on and we'll go through later.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Thank you. CKY and your brother. Now, I have a brother who's older than me who has flown all the way from South Korea just for this particular moment. He's like, my brother's going to be the best idea. What's it like having a brother in your life and him just being part of this adventure with you? Because CKY is the band, doing the drumming, and you kind of just rocked along with him. And he's been with you the whole journey. Is he supportive of you, or is he like, bam, don't do it?
No, he's totally supportive, yeah. But I'm super proud of him as well because, you know, every time he puts out a new album, and I'm like blown away, you know, like it's just random. He found the right band members to create in my eyes, a perfect band.
Fantastic. You also worked with him, with Bill Burke being a friend of yours.
Yeah.
How did that come to be? What is the story behind your first meeting him?
I was in Finland March 2000 for a skate contest, and I saw a hip video on the Finnish MTV, and somebody said that he lived nearby, so I made sure that I arranged a meeting with him, and then from then on I did a music video with him, and it turned out really well with Karan, so we did 3 more videos, and yeah.
It's big, so for people of my age and older, we had Kerrang and P-Rock were our channels in England that we got. So we were just pushed on with like the hymns, the CKYs and stuff. They were just in our screens all the time. When you think about the music involved with your career, have you ever just looked at a soundtrack and a song and just, on a movie and thought, I just want to put one of my guys in, I just want to put my guy into this?
Yeah, that's what I was like really anal about with Beatle the Band. Like, it had to be a proper band that I liked. It couldn't just be some random riff or like, you know, it had to be a band that I was like super into.
That's good. I like you sort of make sure your guys are included as well. So, and keep your hands up if you do have questions. I will run around to you and get them. I'm going to go into the middle. But, oh God, cardio. Right, actually, I don't need to run for this one, so just go for it. It'll come on.
Hello?
There you go.
Hi. I was just wondering if there was anything that you wanted to do to film that they kind of said, no, can't really do that.
No, that never really happened. I mean, I beat him up while he was taking his shit. They thought that was rad. We did the switcheroo, which, by the way, I never thought would work out. I'm like, you guys think that Phil is going to sneak out of bed and Preston is going to come in and replace my dad and start feeling up my mom and he thinks she's not going to catch on to this? It worked out perfect. Like she thought I guess it was so dark in there that it worked out. But that was one that I didn't think would work. Switcheroo, and it was one of my favorites in that movie.
Fantastic. But that's the best. I'm seeing it in my head now, and it's beautiful. There you go. Bill, come on. There you go.
Bill?
There you go.
Hey, man. With the whole Bill Mano thing, I was thinking, are you close in contact, or it must be so hard, like tour schedules and things like that? Just wondering if you're still friends?
Yeah, we're still friends, but you know, once he went to rehab, you know, he kind of just kept away from all contact with, you know, any kind of people that sip on beers and stuff like that. So he kind of became a hermit and didn't leave his house. And when he tours, he's a hermit on the tour bus, and he just, you know, but yeah, we keep in contact via email.
When you reach that peak, you have such a large phone book. You've worked with so many people. You've got so many people that know you. Where is the weirdest place you've been recognised?
Like Bangladesh, probably.
Bangladesh, go on, hit me with it. Or do they come up to you and just go, "Are you banned?" Yeah. Or was there's the fan story, which is going to haunt my brain forever, doing a cartwheel. But they just ever come up to you and you're just having a day and you think, I shouldn't be known here, but people do know me. What are those moments like?
Yeah, it's pretty strange, but I mean, I don't mind it when people come up and say hi and want a picture or whatever. Like, it doesn't bother me. Like,
that's not an invitation.
But I mean, even if I was like at a dinner in a meeting and somebody interrupted, like most actors would be pissed off at that, and like I don't mind.
Fantastic. That's why everyone is here. So excited to see you. I can see a hand. I can see a hand. Whew. Where'd she go? There she is. There she is. That wasn't me. The crying. There you go. Oh, he's wearing knee pads. This gentleman as well. He's wearing knee pads. What a guy. Safety first. Safety first.
Hi, man. You just mentioned that you were calling from Hanoi. Did you know that Russell was from the Isle of Wight and he's buried here?
Really?
Yeah, I'm taking to his grave, if you like.
I definitely want to do that.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And this guy here just wants to know what you would consider to be the best skate spot in the world.
Just Barcelona in general. The whole city's like a skate park. Yeah.
Place to go.
When you include people like Tony Hawk in your work, has he ever said no to things because of his reputation and his brand? Is there anything that your celebrity friend wouldn't involve himself with?
Yeah, I mean, he's done some funny jackass stuff, but I mean, he mainly sticks with skateboarding. But it's funny when he does these like big commercials, like Gillette razor blades. You know, they build him a loop that is really hard to do. Like, you know, it was. The director didn't know that like this is something that's going to take at least 20 tries or maybe even 40. But when he failed on his third try, like the director was all pissed off. Like, when are you going to land this? Like, there's only 13 people in the world who's ever done the loop. Like, this is a hard thing to do. You can't just drop in and do it. So, you know, it's strange watching them do commercials like that.
Fantastic, this young man.
Hi, how much did the high five by Johnny Knoxville hurt?
The high five. Oh, the big hand. Yeah, that totally caught me off guard. I was walking in thinking I was doing like an interview. Next thing you know, and I had this burrito with like ketchup in my hand and just whacked me in the face so hard. They put an extra like spring on mine because they did the Wee-Man first, and then came in and then they turned it up a notch on me. So that's why I flew right to the ground.
Was it always a case of fair game when you were on tour? Anything goes? Or was there
That's why it's so nerve-wracking filming Jackass, because it's fun, but you have to watch your ass everywhere you go. Even when it's lunchtime, like that's when you're supposed to chill, but no, you'll like lean into the macaroni and cheese, and then a macaroni and cheese bomb will blow up in your face. You're never safe.
Does much still happen in Castletown, or is it kind of moving out?
It's well, I still have it, but I live 5 miles away from there in another place, and my mom's turning it into like an Airbnb.
You've got the high five. Oh my word, let's have a look at it. Just what fan getting action. And whack! What a moment. What a moment. Now, people of Band came with quite the territory for, what's the territory? Pissing off the neighbours. What was the first complaint like and for?
Well, when I moved into Castle Bam, the neighbors were throwing me a housewarming party that I never showed up to because I had Slayer play instead. And there's like a prison a mile away, and the music was so loud that the prison could hear the music, and they were like shaking. Like, it was a real problem. So, yeah, but a lot of neighbors think that I'm a real asshole, and I am. I shouldn't have done that.
Now, stuff like the moat and the castle walls, like, you just did them. There was no planning permission or anything.
Yeah.
Now, did they make you fill it in, or were you just like, no, talk to MTV, I'm having this moat?
Well, we filled it in, yeah. I mean, we already knew we were going to fill it in at some point. But, yeah, it's hard that the township didn't like it one bit.
When you looked for that property, were you specifically looking for a space that you could be like, I can put my around here, we can have fun here, and then the neighbors complain, or you were just like, let's move to a sleepy part of the world and just cause some havoc?
Well, they just complained because I had Slayer play the first day I moved in, and then the next day there's like an upside down car in my driveway, and they're like, this can't happen.
But it's your driveway.
And we like ride around in dirt bikes, and, you know, just, I'm not the neighbor that you want to have if you are.
I think we just want to
simply relax and read a book.
If you're going to have Slayer come around for a garden party, well, we all want you as a neighbour. Does anyone want to live next door to Bam? I hear there might be some houses going. Yeah, it's a nice show at Bam's. What is... I think when you do these things and you put this body of work out, there's the Jackass, there's the Diva Band, there is Carnage, there's Mayhem. Was there ever a moment where you realised that the emulation that the kids were giving was almost causing an impact in people's lives, where you were just like, oh shit, they're actually doing this?
Yeah, I mean, that's why they say don't reenact what we're doing. You know, I feel bad, but it's like, you know, sometimes I have parents say like, my son got hurt doing what you do. I'm like, well, I got hurt doing what I do, so what the fuck is important?
A show of hands, take a couple more questions. I don't want to have that. Awesome. This is a surreal moment for me in my life, guys. You just have to appreciate it. Green.
When you painted April's kitchen blue, how long did it take?
That took a team of 40 people and we painted everything blue, like the forks and knives, and if you remember the refrigerator, like the apples and oranges, like everything was blue. That my mom still calls me up and tells me that she found more blue shit in the kitchen, and that happened over 10 years ago.
Oh, there we go. There's a legacy of fans that already love your work, and there's always new ones coming in and finding your work and accessing it and loving everything you do. What does it mean to you to have such a wide fan base that just keeps going with you, that just keeps growing, keeps learning?
I mean, it's awesome. Thanks to all the fans.
Yeah. All of you.
Yeah, cheers.
We're going to take a couple more questions, and then Ben will still be available over that. So throw your hands up in the air if you want to. Come on. He's throwing his hand up. He's with it. Throw it up again. Throw it up. Throw it up. Throw it up. I just saw a hand go up. You got me down here. Let's do it. He was just there. I'm wearing a leather jacket and a hoodie.
Hey man, what was the first stunt you ever pulled on film day?
It was actually when I beat him up. It was the third episode of the Jackass 1. Yeah, just when I kicked the door open and beat the shit out of him, and when he was working on his desk, I threw a bunch of newspapers at him. And, yeah, so everybody thought that was funny, so I kept on with it.
So Ben, on the island, the skating scene is being kept alive and well by a man named John, who runs White Trash, and I believe he's somewhere over here. Bring it up, bring it up. So ladies and gentlemen, if you are one of the Isle of Wight skaters, you'll know this man. We can give it up to Mr. John over here from White Trash. The stage is yours.
Hello, man. Thanks for letting me know before. My first question is, my son was in this as well. I'm looking through the Jackass and the film. Actually, Avenue, you talked about it earlier. It's like it's horrendous. You want to know how much that actually sucks.
Yeah, that was pretty painful. It was 40 days of stunt gun swinging, and we had to jump over these obstacles, and I was the first one to do it. And, it makes you really angry when it's like
you see you again, you're like punching the wall.
Yeah.
That was fine. I always want to know, is there anything you've done that you kind of regret doing? Maybe some of the young CKY days, like the McDonald's, and really messing with like McDonald's and the KFC. Is there anything you look back now and you're like, oh, shit?
Yeah, I mean, you know, but that's what you do when you're 15 years old. You know, you go to McDonald's drive-thru, order a soda just to throw it right back in the window. You know, I wouldn't do that now at the age of 39, but back then I thought it was fun.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. And I watched Haggard again the other day, and you've got a sketch on there, which is the body bag sketch. I mean, that's pretty full on.
That's something that MTV did not use. It was going to be on, yeah, so we pull up to a random dumpster in front of a couple people, and we have these fake crowbars, and Brian Dunn is wrapped up in plastic, and we just throw him out of a van and start beating the shit out of him.
He's covered in blood as well.
So yeah, then we throw him in the dumpster, and because so many like police came to like investigate this, you know, like
it was great. It was the craziest thing, absolutely.
Yeah, they weren't happy about that. If MTV put it out, they probably would be sued big time.
So you had a little skate earlier. You able to have another little skate with him, maybe?
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
You're a trooper, man. I think you've been out all night, or you checking?
Yeah, I was out to go for it.
Still came to skate, managed to get some tricks, and was shredded. Cool. Is there any more questions from the audience?
That's my job. That's literally what they made me.
I'm just happy to come and ask a couple of questions. Okay, thanks so much.
I've got one more question. I've got one more, and I'll let you go, but I don't need this one. You can stay sitting and enjoy this moment. You got me next to you. Is there a stunt that you wish you could go back and do? Is there one you passed on that you were just like, oh, I wish I'd done it?
Yeah, something between car up my
And as the ending of the movie, we'll make that the ending of this panel. Ladies and gentlemen, can you please give it up for Mr. Bam Margera? And the still there with the thank you so much for joining us.
This is louder, yeah. If the gal is still here that knows where Razzle is, please meet me in Inman,
We'll get her.
I'll sign stuff.
We'll get her over to you right now.
Thanks.
Splendid. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bam Margera! Coming up next on the stage, we have Gary Jones joining us.